This is Lynn Mortis here with a Breeders' Cup Classic last call. I'm going to start off with Tacitus at the inside post, 20-1. Tacitus is probably going to go higher than that. A lot of people like Tacitus. I had a lot of emails and comments about Tacitus, and they really like him. And I followed him. I have followed Tacitus, and Tacitus is quite capable, but I think he's over his head here. Two post, second post, 3-1 shot. Tiz the Law. I think Tiz the Law is a monster horse. I think this is going to really be his race. He'll be right down there. I think if he don't win it, he'll be within a half length, maybe a neck from the winners. I think them 2-year-olds are all improving. Him and Authentic. And I think this could be their race. Everything looks good for him to show his best. In the 3-hole, By My Standards. I really like By My Standards. I've lost some money on him, but I really like By My Standards. And he's improving. Could be his race here. And he's in a real good spot right here. Or a real good spot on the post, I mean. And he's in a real good post position here for his style. In the 4-hole, Tom's Diatant. I love this horse. The guy I'm going 6-1. Oh, I don't know what I said, but By My Standards was 10-1. Tom's Diatant, 6-1. This horse is ready. Now, he's getting older, but he's lightly raced older horse. And I love this horse. I've been following him all along, and he hasn't ran all that good, especially last out. But he ran good enough if he has a good run here, he'll win this race. I got him as a top 4. Next on the list, I got 30-1 shot, 5th post position, Title Ready. I don't know anything about Title Ready, really. I mean, I really know hardly anything about him. I had a little trouble trying to look him up. But anyway, I'm going to put a toss on him. I have been beaten by horses I have tossed before, but I don't think Title Ready's. I don't even think he's rolling the dice. I think he's over his head here. The 6th post position, 20-1, Higher Power. This is a tricky horse here. It's a good horse. And he was in 3rd in the same race last year. It's a good horse. Hasn't really ran up to last year's. Hasn't really done as good this year as he did last. I'm going to pass on Higher Power, even though he might be mid-pack and he could surprise us and do better. He really had the talent at one time. If he can get that back up, he'll be good in this race. The 7th post position, 20-1, Global Campaign. Really good horse in a bad spot. Global Campaign is really capable of winning a lot of races. I just don't think I just don't think he's got it in him to win this race, but I could be wrong. And then the 8th post position, 5-2. He might be the favorite. I really think Tiz the Law might be by the end of the day, but Improbable, who probably should be the favorite. Improbable, I got him as a top 3. He's as good as any horse in here, and he has he can keep up. He can run where he wants to, and this might really set up good for Improbable with all the speed up front. And I should put him 1, but unfortunately, I'm such a big fan of Max and Tiz the Law. I'm gonna put Improbable top 3, knowing quite well he could win this race. 9th pole, Authentic. I think Authentic's a super horse, and just like Tiz the Law, I think he's getting better. He's better than he was the last time he was out. Yeah, he got beat in a great race. He did real good, and I think he's very, very capable of winning this race, and he'll be right there. I got him top 3 or 4, but he could easily be top 1. Moving on to Maximum Security. Well, Maximum Security is one of my all-time favorite horses. He had a lot of bad luck that had nothing to do with him. And I just pull for him and hope he can prove to be the winner he was without any kind of juice added to him. And he's been a little bit on the downslide. This is going to be his race to see how good he can or can't do. And I'm just pulling for him, and I'm going to play him number 1. And I wouldn't. But as a fan, I've got to go with Maximum Security. And Maximum Security would have to bring back his own form to win this race. I think Tiz the Law, Authentic, Tom's Diatant, Improbable. they're really gonna test how good he is this race, and I do think this would be a good race to mix up some tries and supers, because man, these gonna be some good horses with good odds, and probably a big surprise coming. Who knows what's going to happen in this race? I used to work in the backside when I was a kid, or at least when I was a young man, teenager. I used to work for an old trainer named Charlie Williams. He never had big horses or nothing. He was a good horseman when he was sober, good man, and he always treated me good. But he always told me I like the horses more than I should if I'm going to ever win money at it. And I know he was right, but sometimes a horse like Maximum Security comes along and can't help but like them. But good luck, everybody.